Alright, so first we go to the bazaar and trade our munitions away. Actually, we're not gonna have a lot of space, so let's maybe first contribute to that construction. The new clock tower, sure. A cheer from the scaffolding, the foreman beams. An angel, bringing gifts. Actually, you point out, you'll be needing payment. You're paid extremely well for the delivery. 800, indeed, indeed. And the foreman shakes you warmly by the hand. Won't take us no time now, he says, with a grin. Maybe we should name the damn clock after you, eh? Let's not go that far. 800 sovereigns, and that, again, helped the stovepipes. But it did not have a bad influence on the Takatis, apparently. Okay, we can offer transport to settlers. A returning skyfarer is always the center of attention in the East End's pubs. Their tales could inspire listeners to settle at other ports. Costs us a sky story. That's fine, I guess. A crowd gathers to listen to your tales. Your stories of daring escapes and fingernail victories go down almost as well as the whiskey. Ambition dawns in several bloodshot eyes. Some might even follow through on it when sober. An opportunity, let's go. Would you take me to the Leadbeater and Stainrod Nature Reserve? Again, sure. Settler 2 Leadbeaters. I don't expect we can have a second one. No. Okay, what's there to see in here? Port report. And we can take a factory tour. Sure. The factories up Prosper's East End belch out smoke. Inside, hours mined from the mother of mountains are refined. The workers live in tenement blocks adjoining the smokestacks and are rarely seen in the rest of Port Prosper. Today, the owner of the Windward refinery is allowing visitors to tour his factory. We could lurk in the shadows, increase our eastward reputation, or admire the factory. I think eastward is the aristocrats, while westward is the commoners. And we are siding with the aristocrats here because there's more money to be made. From your vantage point in the gloom, you see all sorts of things the other visitors are not privy to. Barrels being assigned to destinations based on bribes rather than need. Fatigued workers revivified by sips of unrefined hours. Several respond poorly and are hauled away to the infirmary. Only the most youthful and vigorous workers have been assigned to the workstations the tours pass through. The rest wait in less sightly rooms in the shadows. One aged man catches your eye and winks. So that was the opposite. You are tolerated by the impoverished East Enders. Okay. The parsimonious chairman's offices. Yeah, it's still just his offer to shoot down Takatis. And the Windward Company, we could join celebrations. Sure. The Windward Company has thrown open its doors for a celebration of itself. Maps of a tamed, industrialized reach line the walls. That's a long way still. A model of an upcoming dreadnought sparkles in a glass case. Outside, children are encouraged to throw rotten fruit at the cardboard effigy of Takati Jack, with Windward stamped prizes for the best aim. We could publicly hand over Takati nameplates, Jesus. Terra has fallen, we gain reputation with the Windward Company and lost some with the Takatis. Stovepipes and Windward Company are separate entities. Same for reputation. Okay, so if we show ourselves going with the Windward Company publicly, then the Takatis don't like us as much. Makes total sense. So we can now deliver our ammunitions because we have room for eventual rewards. It's one supply here, sure. You can gain fortunes or reputation. Fortunes for the stovepipes. Reputation for the Windward Company. Okay. And there's a bargain for crockery. I was a bit lost in the controls here. I still am, clearly. So, what is that ring at the bottom right of the announce? The recent death of a well-to-do widower has triggered an unseemly family squabble over the disposition of his estate. An indifferent solicitor, is there only one L in that? Has been charged with auctioning off various of the deceased's unwanted belongings in order to cover the death duty. We do have room for some of that. We don't need to get more fuel. 3 is enough to get back to New Winchester. So, sure. Let's buy some of that. And back to New Winchester we go. Come on. Okay. We could go to the nature reserve, but we know there's a lot of terror to be gained by going through that. So if we ever go through this path, through this pass, the sound "the" does not exist in French, which is why I'm having trouble pronouncing it and articulating it with other sounds, especially "s", the "s". Anyway, if we ever go through this pass, then we want to go this way and not that way, because it will take much less time. Although, if it adds too much speed to us, I am kind of afraid we could collide with the bridge here. But well, if we drive well, then that's not a problem. Let's send the scout away. That's... please don't. At the same place. We will be able to recruit more crew in New Winchester, so we have stabilized the Kingston's cake. Strip it for repairs, and we are just full. Amazing. If we want to go near the memorial, which we do, it's that way. We don't have that much terror, but let's still get it down. That is beneficial. Could send the scout away again. It has found nothing. The fastest way is that one. Do we want to hit Port Haven before going back to New Winchester? I don't know. We don't. So we're gonna go to Port Haven to deliver the Scribe Spinster remains, and then to the circus. Get that new quest, and then maybe we push all the way to Hybris. Something here. Sure. What is that? Retrieve. A fungal fragment. In sky suits and spore masks, your crew holds a porous asteroid aboard. The top half is veiled by a mesh of fungus, like minty crinoline. Lichen of all shades cling to the underside of the rock in an iridescent coating. I'm actually curious. It's written the same way as the French, but...
Lichen.
What the fuck?
Lichen.
Lichen. So the French here would be lichen. It's interesting, the pronunciation of that CH. The French pronunciation usually varies based on where that CH is coming from. If we pronounce it k, then it usually means it comes from the Greek letter ki. If we pronounce it sh, it can have much more varied origins. I don't know the etymological reason for that English pronunciation. Actually, what is the etymology of lichen? Comes from Latin lichen and from ancient Greek lichen. Right. As for how it got into the English language, it could be from the French. That's often how Latin words were carried from the main continent to Britain. The relationships with France, which have been quite interesting over the centuries between the two countries, or kingdoms. And so for the pronunciation, perhaps the English pronunciation does not take the ancient Greek pronunciation into account because it was considered a French word. I'm just extrapolating based on the little information I have. I don't think I'm going to delve any further into that. Okay, so what can we do with that fungal fragment? We could scrape it for supplies. That sounds horrible. Destroy the fungus. Study it. Or harvest the lichen. It could be burned for fuel. Well, I mean, studying it is the most interesting thing to me anyway, so let's do that. Shoot. Early experiments. It responds to certain stimuli, but it's impossible to identify exactly what. It emits the occasional puff of spores, and its pattern of growth seems subject to changes. But why and how? Infuriating. Still, every failure is a possibility ruled out. We got a Tale of Terror, which is actually good, and 10 Terror, which is not that good. Okay, interesting. So there is a point to sending the scout away sometimes. Oops. Right, let's hire our crew. And there we go. 14 out of 14, that's amazing. So we still need 2 Tales of Terror for our ambition. Is there gonna be anything in the city? No. I'm checking because Madame Lumière is here and sometimes there's stuff happening with her. The Winchester windows. A mob, allegedly sponsored by the Windward Company, recently shattered some of the stained glass windows of Victoria Hall, seat of the Colonial Assembly. A renowned glacier at Titania has been commissioned to manufacture a replacement even more significant than the last. She will pay for up to 5 panes of stained glass. Titania, we know where this is. Okay, so I think it was in Port Haven that there was a bargain on stained glass. Was it? I think. We did not buy it, because it was quite expensive and we were not sure we could sell it. Let's take that prospect. We have room for more anyway. Oh, we don't have any at the time being, actually. We are not going to take the seeds one. Once, but not twice. There we go. And to the bank we can store this, and that. That's quite a variety of goods. Nice. I don't believe we have anything else to do here. So we can just hit Victory Hall, and then let's do something like Port Haven, the circus, and Hybers. If we need fuel, we need to buy it in Port Haven, because there's none in the circus. And in Hybers, we don't know that there's anything. Sure. We could go lose all of our crew again at Somerset Camp. I don't know that we will. Right. Victory Hall, deliver our reports. That's a bunch of money, very good. I don't think we need any of that. And what's the fastest way? That's equivalent. Scout away. Stuff. Freeze. And that's a fungal thing. The driver is considering the fungal rocks with an expression of, what? Recognition, perhaps? Yes, he's contaminated by it. Well, really? That's a tale of terror, though. That's actually quite good. I don't know what the other result would have been, but I'm satisfied with that. Mr. Menagerie. We don't have excess money in store, so I think we'll let him be there. Alright. We can just buy fuel, or we could play a round of cricket. We have other ways to get our terror down. So let's just buy the cheap fuel. To Port Haven, write the port report. We might as well just share some gossip to get some welcome. And present the reclusive carpenter with his materials. A corpse! It's what he said he needed to fix the magician's equipment. The reclusive carpenter bids you deliver the material inside his workshop and return in 2 days. After the time has passed, just outside your locomotive, you find the magician's equipment boxed and ready for transport. The carpenter is nowhere to be seen. He is, after all, reclusive. Alright. Watch a cricket match. Did we even lose any terror? Last time we got some things, a vision of heavens at the church. Let's do that. Hey. Let's go to the inn, check whether there's anything there. There's not. Do we still want to get our terror down? I guess we do. We are not buying that. Let's buy excess fuel, because we cannot have any at the circus. And as for the supplies, we can buy them at the circus. I mean, should we try that cider again? There we go. It does cost us welcome, huh? Okay. We're going to the circus now. It's glowing. Can we interact with that actually? Oh yeah. We could do some assaying. I don't know how we... Do we need some kind of... Where should we go? Oh, let's wait for the scout. Maybe we need some kind of machine for that. Thank you, scout. Wow. Great info. You're fired. After that trip, if we have a lot of money, I think we will try and buy a new scout.